Today is July 20th. This is my urban food forest. It has gone on 9 years since I planted my first tree. I'm starting to layer the way permaculture should be, starting with the tallest avocado to my blueberries. Walk with me this morning and see what is and what is not fruiting in July in Central Florida. So take a look at these. These are Vates collard greens. I started on 7-11. My last video, I had showed you guys what broccoli is, collard greens, cabbage, kale. I know I'm missing something. Broccoli. What I have picked, and they're going to be the fastest growing. So my plan was to give them 7 to 14 days to germinate. It said 7 to 17 days to germinate for most of these seeds I had picked out. And within 4 days I saw greens, and today is the 20th, so these are 9 days old, and my plan is for them to have 5 weeks before September 1st, and I'll put them straight from here into the garden. And I'm not going to have to up-pot them or anything, so I wrote on here, don't look at the date, I wrote 6-11. I was hot and flustered when I was doing this. It's 7-11. So, and let me show you what you want to like really name all of your stuff real quick. Let's take you down here. So I've decided not to call this my weedy garden. It's going to be my lush garden. This is my lush garden. But look, they all look the same. Look at this one. What is this one? They all have the same looking leaves. Katrina, cabbage. Look at this one. Same leaves, not but two little guys. Twister cauliflower. Who are you right here? Twister cauliflower. And this one, purple Savoy, that's a cabbage. The leaves are all the same, so please mark them really good, you guys. But I also started my onions the same time, and look at that. 9 days, and look at all this food already. And they're just gonna sit in here and get bigger. September 1st, we're putting them in. Look how lush it is. It's not weedy. It's lush. It's so lush. Oh my goodness, look how lush that bamboo is right now. It needs a trimming. But look at my first fruiting tree that I'm gonna show you right now. Oh my goodness, it's one of my avocados. Let's go in and take a little bit closer look if I can. Good thing I got my boots on. Avocados everywhere. And this is just one of the avocado trees. These will not be ready until the end of August. They get pretty big. These trees are about 12 years old. They've been in the ground for about 8. I had them in pots for a few years until I bought my place. But I'm going to be eating avocados daily pretty soon. We can go from this tree next door, and here's my other tree. They are a little bit different. They're about the same size. They have a little bit different shape, but they get huge. Like these will get 2 to 3 times the size. And last year we probably had a little bit more. I say that, but you look up here. Look up there. All the way up there. You can see them. Yeah, we did good. This is going to be fantastic. Lots of food in August. In this lush corner, we have ashwagandha and a squash plant, and I'm going to be harvesting the roots of this week. You can dry it, you do dry it, and you can turn it into tea, powders. I usually take this kind of stuff in capsules after I powder it. It's really great for anxiety, and it grows like a weed here in Florida. Ashwagandha. Ah, a snake. Oh, good Lord. Have mercy. That thing was chasing a lizard. Yeah, gardening in lush gardens is not for the faint at heart, my friends. Let's get back to this. I don't think there's no more fruit in this garden. Bye. Look at this baby papaya. My daughter asked me to grow her papayas, and instead of doing a seed, I literally just waited for the tree to drop some fruit. And the squirrels ate most of it, but missed a couple seeds. And then I had my own papaya. And that's about how a lot of these have grown in my yard. I picked out one papaya tree from a grocery store, brought it home. There's 1,000 seeds in them. I grew one tree, and all of my papaya trees are from this one tree. If you want like to sustain some food all the time, all year long, in Zone 9A, Central Florida, grow some papaya trees. They're very fast growing, and they're beautiful. They look very tropical. The entire reason I was going to do this today, to record everything, is because I was so proud of these Barbados cherries that finally started blooming. And I had a cherry right here this morning that I could see from outside, and I actually took around the walk around the trees and saw this big glowing red cherry tree. We have been picking them throughout the last 2 weeks. This is the first time they've ever bloomed. Most of them are 2 years old. One is 3 years old, and I come out here and search for it, and it's gone. But if you look down, this is what I'm talking about, layering. Underneath the cherry tree is turmeric. Underneath this one is blueberries. And that's what we're doing. We're living together. So I am learning the art of layering. I'm starting out with my taller trees, come down here, and this is my yucca. These get pretty medium to 10 feet tall. And then underneath, I have my pineapples growing under that with some more blue turmeric. There's a pineapple behind her. Everybody's living together. Some are getting a little shade throughout the day. They're mulching each other. It's really beautiful. I have flowers in there. More turmeric. That's not turmeric, that's yucca. Yucca's a great starchy, like potato food. And there's sugar cane living in this garden with everybody. She is not fruiting yet. A friend gave me this one. This is a plantain, but she's absolutely beautiful. I have 2 pomegranates, and they have been flowering all season. And I actually had a couple pomegranates on them. There's one right there in the back. It does not look like it's doing well. I really plan on putting these in the ground soon, but just the fact that the first year they're actually fruiting is crazy, so I can't wait to get them in the ground and see what they do. This is Roselle. I was buying this for tea because it's really good for blood pressure and other medicinal uses. I started in November with all of my other flowers, and it's just doing really, really good. It's a beautiful color red. The color is just insane. Next to the Roselle, I have mullein. Mullein is also known as a toilet paper plant because it's super, super soft, but it's really good for the lungs. You can make tinctures with it. Yeah, that's doing well everywhere, and it actually does better in the full sun. I got squash growing with it. Everybody's growing together. I'm about to do a little hydroponics video because I have 2, 4, 6 of them, and I just reset these. We'll talk about that in one of my next videos. But this is lush, eh? Banana. These are younger bananas because we took out a whole bunch for that coop right there about a month ago, and they're about 15 tall. I don't know what kind they are because that was a gift from friends. If you come through here, you go to my coffee plant, and the coffee does have beans on it right now, little fruiting beans. Those are coffee beans. That is a fruit. It is fruiting all over the place. In about a month, I'll have red little beans all over this plant, and last year I got the most coffee from it that I've ever gotten. It's sitting in between 2 chicken coops, and it's their favorite place to hide under, and they use it as shade. And so my chickens feed it. Last year I roasted about a month's worth of coffee, which is huge for me. Y'all, I did not grow this squash at all. self-seeded from something. There's no flowers on it yet. It's doing really, really well. And from this chicken coop, look how lush everything is. So lush. Oh my goodness, this loofah growing on that chicken coop right there, and I'm letting it go. Give it a little shade, give it a little beauty. I'm letting this whole side go lush this year. I found a cracked watermelon in my patch. There's got to be more in here. This patch is huge, and it's sitting here with a squash as well. So you got watermelon, you got squash, and I'm just letting it go. It's finding its way all the way to, excuse my shadow. It's finding its way to the coop, and look at that, more loofah. I'm letting her go wild. I'm not doing nothing, these guys. I'm not watering nothing. Good morning. Hello. Hi. I mean, what is a successful garden? Like something that looks Pinterest pretty? Like my greenhouse does not look Pinterest pretty, but you know what? If you stand back here and you imagine that you're just walking through a forest that was naturally like this is pretty successful to me. Yeah. And I'm doing hardly nothing to it. And all the loofah that you see, my grandbabes, who are not gardeners, took a cup of loofah and just tossed them everywhere. They did not put them in the ground. They did not water them. They just threw them everywhere. And look what I have. A 5-year-old and a 3-year-old grew those. My teeners and my Nico grew these. And they're not even gardeners. Tobacco, cigar. We don't even smoke, but we are growing it this year for the fun of it. It has a really pretty pink flower on top. It's really leafy green, really lush. That's fun. I did not put this amaranth here. It put itself here from the amaranth that grew behind it and seeded itself in. I have a little path here. I'm just letting it go. Just letting this thing go. And amaranth is a trap plant. You see all those little holes? That's okay, because bugs love to eat this thing. I'm letting it, because if they're eating this, they're not eating something I don't want them to eat. So I'm letting it go. Those are my I am Samani goth chickens. They want out. I'm not going to. I'm not letting them out. Not right now. They're beautiful though. The only weeding I've done is this part and my bricks, because it was depressing how bad it was. I spent hours doing that yesterday, but this is my little grape area. No grapes, no fruits this year. And I had put a squash plant in here hoping it would take care of the weeds. And it isn't, but it's got some flowers right now. It looks really bad here because we actually did weed part of it. And that's my blackberries. And I'm letting her go up into that planter and do her thing. This is my moringa. I get way too tall. It grows super, super fast. And I'm ready for some more. I'm almost out of my moringa powder. And I cut her all the way down to the bottom of the tree every time I cut her, and it grows back that tall within months. This is a pomelo tree. It's been here since I moved in. So I'm thinking it's probably about 40 years old or more. Pomelo is the world's largest grapefruit, and it always has fruit on it. But it's loaded with fruit in July. Now these will be perfect in October. That's when they are the best. They're very small right now. Last year they didn't get real big, but I have sold these at market because this tree has given me so much fruit. But yeah, world's largest grapefruit. Right now they're about the size of an orange. So October comes around, we'll be eating these. People beg me for these, to pick them. They drive past and beg me to pick them. They love them. This is one of my lungi trees, and I will tell you right now, nobody needs 2 lungi, however you say that. This year, not a lot of fruit. Not a lot of fruit, if you can see it. It's enough for the squirrels this year, and it's taken a break. And every couple of years, my trees take a break, and that's okay. It gives us too much fruit sometimes. my rainbow tree, and look at those bees. This is a medicinal eucalyptus. Look at that. They're loving this. It's beautiful. Rainbow trees are known because their trunks look like rainbows. And it's one of the world's most fastest growing trees. Look at the bark. It's all different colors. Look at that. And you can peel it off. It's greens and reds and yellows. When it is wet and it rains, it looks like somebody took a crayon and painted this and melted it down the trunk. It's cool. These are becoming my new favorite banana. They are a dwarf banana. I'll have to put it up here and exactly what I got. I actually was working at Universal and opening the Minions, and in their restaurant they had these little bananas for the kids' plates. And I was like, I gotta have me some of that, and I ordered it right there. And we've had them, and they taste like Tootsie Fruit. Is that the gum? Tootsie Fruit? Oh my goodness, it tastes so good. But the cool thing about these is that the hurricanes don't hurt them as much, or the high winds don't hurt them as much, because they're not so up in the air, 15, 17 feet up in the air. So these have done really well during the storm. So these are becoming my new favorites. And I just kind of planted them here in front of the window to kind of like shade that out a little bit, because it is the hottest room. That I need to cut down. That's where I got my bananas from. Yeah. Gandules. So I see some old fruit on these. I have about 1.5 left, and let me tell you something. You only need 1.5. I had 11, but slowly but surely, the landscapers, I need to trim the deadness of this back. See, there's some beans on there. There's always beans on there. I could pick a whole bunch right now and have dinner. That's how many are on there right now. Oh, look at that nest. Look at that nest. Everybody's living together. Ha! Beautiful flowers on this tree. Gandules is a pigeon pea, and you can mix it with beans and rice. It's a really great protein. I have a ton of it when it produces. I have enough for the year. We like to pick them green, but if you're too busy and you're working, they just dry out and you just store them dry. Yeah. In this lush garden, we have mullein. And these 2 pots here, and the lushness of it all, I'm going to put my citrus. I have 2 different kinds of lima Myers and just a regular lime. And I'm going to put this right under my solar tree. And I'm going to keep them kind of short. It gets really sunny over here, probably in about an hour. But this is where most of my citrus is. Shampoo plant. It's flowering, fruiting. I'm going to shampoo my hair today. Got a little bit of asparagus going to seed here. Nice. I have a bunch of asparagus I'm putting in a different pot soon. But yeah. Once you start having asparagus like this, you'll have it for 25 years, y'all. I see some ginger. There's some ginger. Yeah. Some more ginger. It looks a lot like the shampoo plant. I think they're sisters. Pink lemon. It's never been a very abundant tree, but I have lemons on it just about all year long trying to fruit. You need to know when your trees are going to fruit, because this one takes a long time. It takes about a year. They're going to probably be ready in about a month. I can use them right now. The pink lemon, the inside of their flesh is pink. This is pretty cool. It's a finger lime, and they also call it a caviar lime because you open it up and there's all these tiny little balls that look like caviar that are lime. So I can't wait for those. I'm going to take out the lushness, trim her up. She'll do really, really well. Right next to her, back in there, I have some longevity spinach and another pile of sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are everywhere here. More sweet potatoes. Look at that. You look down and there's more fruit. I can guarantee you I can dig under this area right here and dig out some sweet potatoes. They love Florida. You don't have to do nothing. Put them in the sand. They're okay. And you'll have them for the rest of your life because, and this is going right under my hydroponics, I'm not doing anything to those sweet potatoes. I'm not watering them, nothing. I have them everywhere. There's food all the time I can get. Underneath this avocado in one of my very lush beds, sweet potatoes I did put in there because it usually stamps out the weeds, and they're not in the bed. I see a couple there. But I have sweet potatoes in there. I have watermelon. Look at all the flowers on the watermelon. And then these are my lime trees that I'm going to plant this week. And look at that. They are fruiting. There's limes. And it's growing with that watermelon. It's growing with, oh, there's some romaline, sweet potatoes. The bees are loving my weeds from my fence line there. Yeah, squash. We're all living together, and I'm not doing nothing to these things in June and July. Sweet potatoes everywhere. Start layering everybody. Let everybody live together. They've chosen to do this. I may have helped the watermelon out a little bit in the sweet potatoes, but yeah, I grew that squash. It's in 4 sections of my garden, maybe 5. I started them last November. So hopefully when it starts cooling down, they'll start flowering again. Right now they're taking a break. I see one, I saw some flowers over there, but there were 3 male flowers. Bees are happy here. So just always grow something all year long. Something will always be fruiting. Something will be always planting on the fruits. Something will always be eating your cherries off your tree. I was so excited to show you guys that red cherry this morning. Yeah, layer it. Layer all your food. I hope that wasn't a lizard in her air conditioner. I'm gonna call this ending to this video Snakes in the Shade because that's what was out here last time I was in here. I don't even know if I'm gonna put that up there, but yeah, a little snake came out chasing a lizard over my boot. It was fun. Anyways, thanks for taking a little tour with me. Always plant something. My last video, go back and look at that because I picked out all the brassicas that grow super, super fast, like 45 days, and we're gonna do 2 rounds of them this year. So it is July. I'm planning my winter garden, my fall winter garden, which is like our spring. So excited about that. Got all these planters figured out. Now I just gotta go in here and take out some of the lushness. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. I'll talk to you later. See you on the next one. Thanks. Pedro, are you gardening? You're just finding the only little shade here in the garden. It's exhausting.